-30. Celsius or Fahrenheit, doesn't matter. It's cold. So we got the grill closed up. We're ready to pull out and go get our load. It's time to really start getting to work. The holidays are completely over now for us. We got nothing coming down the pike but work, work, and more work. So let's get trucking. It's a good thing I love my job. So good news. Hooked onto the trailer. It's still -28 outside, so it's getting a little bit warmer than -30. Only one brake was frozen. I was able to release that, get that to release, no problem. So what happens is, up here in the really cold climates, for those of you in warmer climates, when I say brakes frozen, I'm not talking about the airlines. That's a whole different problem altogether, or the air valves. That's when you gotta put like airline antifreeze into your airline system. That's a different problem. That happens too. That's annoying too. But when the brakes freeze, what happens is the brake pads actually freeze to the drums itself. So when you park your trailer, your brakes can be a little bit warm from, you know, rolling into wherever you're parking it, right? They can still be a little bit warm, and that creates a little bit of condensation and moisture on the brake pads. Now, if you set your brakes too soon without letting them cool off first, what's gonna happen is that moisture is still gonna be on them, right? It's gonna obviously slam onto the brake drum, right? That's what it's supposed to do, it's a brake. And you're gonna set it there, and then you're gonna leave it there in -30-degree weather. What's gonna happen is all that moisture is gonna freeze, and it's gonna freeze the pad to the drum. Then when you hook onto the trailer next time and you push the red button in to release it down here, it's not gonna release, it's gonna be stuck. And you gotta go back there with like a metal bar or something. Hopefully you have exposed brake drums on the inside, because if you got covered brake drums with like dust covers on there, you're done. Good luck. Good luck. I don't even know what to do then. Get the trailer in a warm shop. But if you have an exposed brake drum, what you can do is you can tap on the brake pads themselves, like the brake pads that are going around here. They have that metal piece on top of them, right? Forgive me, I'm not a technician. I can't think of the technical terms for all of this right now, but picture it in your head. The drum is a circle. You got a pad on the bottom, pad on the top, right? And you got a metal piece. Don't bang on the pad itself. Bang on the metal piece that it's attached to. Just tap it, bang, 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 and eventually it should release. That's all it needs. It just needs a little bit of love and convincing. It's cold out. It doesn't want to work. You don't want to work, but you know you have to work. You got to convince it to work too. You got to give it some love back there, give it some attention, and it'll release on you. Sometimes you got to give it a pretty good tap just to jolt it to release it. Make sure your truck brakes are set before you do that. Maybe chalk your wheels, just, you know, for peace of mind, because you got to make sure the trailer brakes obviously have to be released, right? So that they're trying to release. That when you tap it, it helps it to release off the drum. But your truck brakes should be set, and you probably should have wheel chocks. You probably should. I'm just, for the sake of giving sound advice, you should probably have wheel. I don't know if you carry them or not, but not a lot of people do. I don't think, but whatever. You probably do. That's how you do that. So now I got the trailer hooked up. The pre-trip's done. The truck and trailer are good to go, safe for highway use. I've got my stuff in the back here. You can tell it's not exactly organized yet, but we got Diesel right in the center in the back with a clear view right out the window so he can watch where we're going to. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about here, this was a, one second here. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about here, this was a Christmas gift from my mother-in-law. Well, Britt's stepmom. Oop, oop, oop. And it says Diesel, and it has his August 20th, 2011 to November 4th, 2024. It's got his face on it. It's so that he can ride in the truck here with me like he always used to. I miss you, buddy. I know my sleeper here is in a little bit of a mess. I know, you know me. That's how it goes, right? I'll organize it tonight after we get loaded and stuff. But hey, you're still riding along, Weasel. I miss that guy a lot. It was the first night I had it in here, and I didn't think I would actually get like emotional. You know, they say that there's a few times in life when it's okay for men to get like emotional and then maybe cry a little bit. It's and losing your dog is one of them, I think. I love that guy so much. let's not get into a whole spiel about him. We all loved him, and he's right there with us, watching straight out the window. All right, let's get going, Weasel. Got places to be. My sister Cheryl also made me this. I showed it to you in the vlog a little further back. You might not have seen it, but I'll show it to you when we get it all set up at home. It's like this memorial, beautiful memorial plaque made out of wood with Diesel's picture on it, and this is always in our heart, or gone but not forgotten. And then it has a little slot for his collar to hang in, right? And that's going to be hanging right by his urn. We're going to set up a little bit of a memorial thing for him in our bedroom yet, or that's what I'm thinking it's going to be. For now, it's downstairs in the basement because that's where we spend the most of our time. So I want a Diesel in the part of the house where we spend most of our time. So, you know, a lot of you have lost dogs too. Maybe you're not a dog person. Maybe you've never had a dog, but you know, dogs can be the best thing to ever happen to you. You just have to remember that they live shorter than us. But there's no replacing him. Maybe one day, when I'm ready, there might be another guy, little pup dog that comes with me in the truck, but not anytime soon. It's quite nipply out here. So it's still minus 28 Celsius, that's minus 18 Fahrenheit, for those of you keeping track at home. It's interesting, because it still seems like a big gap between minus 28 and minus 18, right? Number-wise. But once you get down to minus 40, that's where Fahrenheit and Celsius meet. So minus 40 is the same in Fahrenheit and Celsius. So that's why we left this morning instead of last night. I was at first going to go and sleep at the gate, so I'm ready at this time today, right? But I saw the temperatures. You always look at the forecast before you go trucking in wintertime in Canada. So the forecast said minus 30 tonight, minus 36 with the wind chill, I believe. And I said, nope, I'll stay at home. That way the truck sleeps in a nice warm shop and I sleep in a nice warm bed. There's no point to going to Kenora because at that temperature I have to leave my engine running all night and I'm just wasting fuel, wasting money. Can't shut it off in that temperature because there's a chance you might not get it started in the morning, right? And then you're looking for a tow, an expensive tow, and you might freeze as well. That's why we're headed out this morning. We're still on schedule. We'll get loaded up and then we'll head south where it's a little bit warmer. This might sound a little funny to some of you. We're gonna go down south to where it's a little warmer in Minnesota. One good thing about it being so cold is that the roads are actually in better condition than when it's near freezing. There's no mess and grime on the road being kicked up onto your windshield. And there's actually less ice on the road when it's this cold. Weird to think about it that way, right? Ice will form once water gets onto the road and then freezes. Not to say that there aren't slippery sections in some areas, but I mean, it is still winter time. But the roads will be in better condition at this temperature in comparison to like just below freezing. Because that's when you get snow melting during the day and then at night it freezes on the road, turns to ice. That's dangerous. There's no melting going on today. I can guarantee you that. that sucks. Standing outside my load there while I was putting freight on here, all of a sudden I hear this. It's like, wait a second. That's weird. I'm pretty sure I released my brakes before I parked here. They should already be released because I heard the psh, as if like a brake got released, right? So I'm like, that's funny. So I walk over to my truck, look at it, I'm like, yeah, the brakes are released. What was that sound? I'm like, no. Couldn't be. Went back here and checked. Well, for crying out loud. For crying out loud. This guy was just replaced. Look how new this tire is. It was just replaced last week. It's not supposed to do that. So it's flat again. I don't know why. But we're gonna find out. Or at least we're gonna put a new one on it. Like, our tire guy at work just replaced that exact one. I don't know. Well, I better get back in my truck because the other tire guys out here, the ones in Kenora, they're supposed to call me back any second and give me an ETA. They're gonna come here and fix me up. So hey, we're loaded. Loaded and tarped. All I need is a new tire and we'll be on our way down to Minnesota. Good news though. It's not as cold as it was first thing this morning. It's warmed up a little bit. Tire guys are here. Thanks to the good guys at Cal Tire here in Kenora. They got here fast. Like, hats off to them. I was told under 2 hours. They're like, oh, it'll be about an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's not too bad waiting for a tire guy. As you guys know who have had to wait for tire guys before. No offense, that's not a shot across the bow to you tire guys. I get it. You guys are busy, plus you got to go and get the tire needed. You need to bring it over here. And I get it. It's 2 hours is about standard, and it's something like that. So yeah, about 2 hours. I'm like, okay, whatever. Starting to get myself comfy in the back. I set up my bed, got everything organized. I was about to start editing some vlogs, right? Sat down, edited like 2 clips of the vlog I'm working on there. 2 out of, how many do I have? Like 20 in that? Just started anyway. And there he rolls up. He got there, went out there, showed him what tire it is. I told him the situation. I said, it's just replaced last week. It's flat again. I don't know what's going on. He's like, cool, we'll take care of it. That was it. I walked back to my truck and talking to you guys now. So we'll be out of here in 20 minutes, 30 tops probably. These guys are fast. And maybe they can figure out what happened to that tire. Because, I mean, shouldn't be flat yet, but maybe. I don't know. I have my suspicions because it was just replaced. Now, I could have run over a nail or something with that exact tire. It's so unlikely. I feel like it must have been mounted. Maybe it was mounted wrong. Maybe, I don't know, the same one? It happens. Coincidences happen, right? But, oh well. Like I said, he's already taken the lug nuts off the wheel there. I pulled myself out into the open here where he had lots of room to get at it. And it's not my first rodeo getting these tires fixed. Wanted to make sure he had lots of room back around there so he could get his truck right up as close to the tire as possible so he didn't have to like pull his airlines way out, you know, carry his tools a long way. I feel good about this. It'll be done soon. And it's not my trailer. That's the best part. I really want to have my own trailer. I've sort of been discouraged on it because I do a lot of drop-in hooks. It's just better to use the community trailers, sort of, because we drop a trailer here, drop a trailer there, pick one up here, pick one up there, switching trailers all the time. And if I had my own trailer, there's no way I'd let anyone else pull that trailer but moi. That would be my trailer. It would stay with this truck. There'd be no, I'd have to load all my own freight, and sometimes I get a preloaded trailer, which is very nice. That wouldn't happen anymore because I would have to go load it. But you'd have your own trailer. You can maintain it yourself. You could polish it. Always have a nice shiny trailer behind you. But when stuff like this happens and you got a flat tire on the trailer, then you have to pay for it. See, everything from the truck, everything on the truck and all of the equipment, straps, bungees, tarps, those are all mine. I paid for those. It's thousands of dollars worth of equipment. The trailer doesn't belong to me. But on days like this, kind of all right with that. I do my best to take care of them. I try to take good care of these trailers, because even if I don't have the same trailer on my next trip, chances are I'm gonna have the trailer again a couple of trips down the road. So it's in my best interest to always treat them as if they're my own, right? But here we are. He's already got the tire off. Oh man, we might be out of here in like 5 minutes. This guy's fast. Look at him go there. And he's got a helper in his truck too. I don't know if he's a trainee or a buddy. I don't know. He's looking at the tire now, trying to figure out what happened. I don't know, bud. That's why I called you. So they're done. They left the same tire on there. The tire wasn't damaged at all. When the tire was installed last week, the valve stem wasn't correctly installed. It wasn't tightened at all. It was just sitting in there, about to fall out. And I guess I don't know how it happened, because when I looked at the tire, like I do look at the valve stems too, and when you look at it, the tire's inflated, you look at the valve stem, it looks like it's in the correct position, right? But they're telling me no, it definitely wasn't tightened all the way up there, which is interesting, eh? Because I got all the way out here and my tire wasn't flat. I definitely checked my tires like multiple times a day, but it must have been just not tightened all the way. I don't know. Anyways, the tire got saved and didn't have to replace the tire. But let's see if I can get out of here. I will. Come on, let me out of my truck. There we go. It does that sometimes. Okay, let's go up this way. I put another strap over the front here just to prevent this from flapping too much over here. And just go and double check it ourselves again, right? So. Rhino's definitely back on the rim. And the suspension is adjusting right now. Here, there. May as well do the round again, right? I always check my tires like quite often throughout the day. Every time I stop, I walk around the truck and I check these tires just to make sure they're inflated, because it's hard to tell. Because you could have a flat tire like I did there on the inside, and if you don't check all the time, you wouldn't really notice, because the outside tire is still holding up the weight, right? And if you don't look closely at it, everything looks fine until that tire heats up, the flat one, and then goes flying off, right? Then you got big problems. If your tire flies off, then it rips up everything else around there, and you got a whole bunch of stuff to fix then. Hooray! But, oh yeah! Woo! Okay, let's get trucking. How about it? You guys ready? I'm ready. Rolling into Sioux Narrows, Ontario. I'm gonna see if my regular stop here is open today. It's, what's the time? 4 o'clock on Sunday? I think they're open till 5. This is called Gill's Trading. The owner here has said hi to me a couple of times. I'm not sure if he watches every day, but he is. If he is, then shout out to you and your store. It's my favorite stop on this route. They got really good coffee. And I think they're open. Yeah, there's somebody there. Nice. And they got parking out front here for 2 trucks if they clear the snow properly. Right here in front. Sometimes they don't clear the snow properly, like now. Yeah, you can only get 1 truck in here now. But that's okay. Go and get us a coffee. Francis, Ontario. Once again, just about to cross into International Falls, Minnesota. Been much traffic or anything going on today. I keep forgetting that it's Sunday today. Usually I'm not out here on Sunday either, but we're getting a head start on the week.
In 400 meters, turn right on 2nd Avenue, US 53, and then turn right into 130 meters. Border, entering Minnesota. Continue on this road for 18 kilometers.
There's a business right there on Main Street just behind us now on the right. It's called the Bootery, a shoe repair business. Is there enough business in shoe repair to make money? That's their whole thing, their whole shtick. We repair shoes. I mean, good for them. I'm not saying anything against that. I'm just wondering, like, how much business is there for that? Usually when my shoes break, I just buy a new pair. I don't know, maybe I don't know. Strange. Good for them though, good for them. I'm gonna have to grab fuel tonight yet. I should make it to Brainerd in time. They're open till 10, it's 9 o'clock now. I'm about 15 minutes away. Get there at 9:15. That way I have full tanks for tomorrow, because I might be a little rushed. I'm going back to Kenora and I've gotta be up there before 3. So may as well fuel tonight. Don't got to worry about that tomorrow. This here's Ironton, Minnesota that we're passing through. Here we are, Casey's. Brainerd, are you still open? Oh, it looks like they're closed. No, the lights are on inside there. Forgot, again, it's Sunday. They might have different hours on the Sunday. Looks like they're open. So we will find out. And there it is. It's all ready to be unloaded tomorrow morning. Well, not quite all ready, but you know, we're here in the correct town. So we'll take off all of our equipment tomorrow. And we'll get it done. Nice little Christmas present with a little top hat, you know? A little top hat up there. It was a good ride down, smooth. The tire valve stem held all the way down, that's good. Looks kind of funny the way they load it up like that, right? But that's on purpose. I want them to load it like that, grouped together in the center. That way I only have to use 2 tarps instead of using 3. You see my third is on my step at the front there. That's 1 less tarp I have to pull out and 1 less tarp I have to roll up tomorrow when I deliver. So as long as it's legal, weight-wise and height-wise, I always say squish it together in the middle. And there we go. So thanks for hanging out with me, everybody. Another day in the books. Done. Tomorrow's another day, and tomorrow is actually Monday. So tomorrow is when the week actually starts. So, new year, new me, or new year, same old me, new ambitions, new year, new ambitions. I don't know what our slogan's gonna be. This is season 12 of TJV. Did you guys know that? Season 12, since I started keeping track of these daily vlogs. Crazy, right? Wow. I'm in my 14th year of YouTubing. Man, time flies when you're having fun. I'll see you right here tomorrow, right guys? Don't forget to subscribe and like the video on your way out. Leave me a comment down below. And hey, you want to go the extra step? You can become a member by clicking the Join Now button below my video. You get early access to the videos that way. I'll see you right here tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Central Time.